Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free with true solutions to heal for real from narcissistic abuse and painful relationship patterns. And more than just information to survive, you are granted the tools to thrive. Thank goodness. In today's episode, we're going to be covering how narcissists size you up, how they mirror back to you your own self, your desires, your dreams, and your yearnings, and how they seal the deal by convincing you that they're good for you or that you can save them. And how you can be immune and protect yourself from this happening to you. All right, so just before we get started, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, so let's get into this information. Let's start off with, how does a narcissist work you out? If a narcissist wants to investigate you as a target, if it's a new narcissist, or if he or she wants to hook back up on you, then they need to work out what makes you tick. So in the starting days, when a narcissist comes into your life, they're going to ask you questions. They're going to tap into what kind of person are you? Are you bubbly? Are you serious? Are you kind? Are you somebody that is looking for a certain type of person in your life? Are you somebody who can be hit with compassion or feeling sorry for them? Or what are your hot spots? What do they need to do to be able to get you to hook into them or hook onto them? All right, so this brings me on to the next point, which is the way that a narcissist can do this. So first of all, they're going to start off with fact finding, and then how do they get you hooked into their energy? How do they secure you as a source of narcissistic supply? From a young age, narcissists know how to manipulate. They know that they have to manipulate people to get them to do their bidding, to be able to drain them of energy, or to be able to, whatever it is they want to do. They know that they need to get your trust. They need to win your trust. Narcissists are very good at mirroring body language. So however you are being with your body, they can mirror that back to you, and it's very instinctual for them. So it makes them appear interested. It makes them appear caring. And if you are on a date with a narcissist and they want to target you, they will start acting as if their interests are your interests. They can be generous, kind, charming, attentive. Or if they know that you're a really compassionate, caregiving type of person, they may share their sad sob story with you. They may incite that part of you that wants to rescue them. Men and women can both be rescuers. All right, so how does a narcissist swoop in to seal the deal? It's this: the thing that you have not received in your life that you clearly want. So let's just say that you have had partners cheat on you and you want a monogamous partner. You want somebody who's never going to do that to you again. The narcissist may say to you, monogamy is such a strong point for me. I would never cheat on anybody. Or let's say that you've never felt seen or appreciated. You've always felt invisible in your life. The narcissist will say things that make you feel so noticed, that you are so valuable, that you are somebody worth listening to. And that will make you feel like all of your lights have switched on. You'll feel like somebody in a desert getting a drink out of an oasis. Or let's say that you've always wanted somebody to love and somebody to be vulnerable and honest and somebody that you can pick up and save. The narcissist will pretend to be that person that needs saving. They've worked you out. So this will mean that you will feel those strong feelings of, oh my God, I've met my soulmate. And I promise you, this happened to me. This totally happened to me. And it happened to me with the first narcissist. He pretended to be spiritual and evolved and monogamous and really caring and sweet. And that was what I was looking for. The second narcissist, it was very, very similar. And I fell for it both times because at that point in my life, I still wasn't whole enough to commit to myself. Which brings me to, how do we get past this? How do we stop handing our power away and falling hook, line, and sinker into an emotional, energetic bond with these people where they can take you over? How you do that is be committed to be doing the work on yourself, to be your own healer, savior, and to become whole to yourself. So what does that mean? What it means is that we need to heal beyond being broken children on the inside, which is so understandable, looking for somebody to give us ourselves. So an example of that is, let's say that you were out on your first date, and the clever narcissist will do this. They will ask you questions about your life to find your gap. So the narcissist may say, you know, what happened in your previous relationships? And let's say you're unhealed and you were to say, well, you know, my husband was and my boyfriends, like, they just left me for dead. They were never around. I wasn't important. They treated me like a convenient object. I did everything for them. They did nothing for me. And the narcissist will hear that if he or she wants you as a target and will say, oh, that's horrible. All of the partners in my life, I've really valued them. In other words, they're going to say, I am exactly what you've been waiting for. And you'll go, oh my God, I've hit pay dirt. This is exactly what I want. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what happened when I was evolved and I went out dating and I was my own healer and I was working on my wholeness and I knew the playbook. I knew exactly what narcissists do. And I absolutely went on some dates with some narcissists. That's fine. And it was wonderful because when they would question me and try and find the gap, I would say my previous relationships, they didn't work and it hurt me a lot, but it was so wonderful because it gave me the opportunity to heal those parts of myself to get more whole and know who I am and know what I want in a relationship. And you should have seen their heads spin. Because they'd be like, what do I do with this? How can I hook her with this? And it was hilarious because you see them doing a double take trying to find the gap. And here I am, this person, so grateful and thankful for my previous experiences because it's brought me to here at the table sitting with somebody who's not going to hook me in like that. And I knew exactly who they were when I would see those responses. And then it would end up being, well, you know, I'm really evolved and spiritual out of my relationships too. And I go, okay, great. What did you learn? What have you read? What healing did you do on yourself? Hilarious. Because then they would lie. They would give me BS about their evolution and their graduations, and they just come undone right in front of me. And then, you know, I'd go, and I'm kind of yawning and bored and finishing off my meal and my drink, and then we walk out to the car and they're like, well, I go, well, look, you know, I wish you all the best, but I don't think we're going to have a second date. And then they would say stuff like, you know, you're right, I didn't think we would either. And I'd get in the car, crack up laughing. Just so funny. And so empowered and punching the air and going, how fantastic is this? You know, none of that stuff about, oh my God, I've attracted another narcissist. I'm not healed enough. I want you all to understand that this is about being different in same situations because you've taken your power back. How did I take my own power back? I took responsibility for healing my wounds and my susceptibilities to handing my life, my emotions, my body, the keys to my house, access to my bank accounts. That's what I used to do to people to try and get them to love me. And this is what we need to stop doing. Be your healer. Get into relationships gradually. Take your time. Ask the right questions. If something feels off, and if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Question it, look into it, and be prepared as your own healer. If this person isn't a match for you, move on. Save yourself the trauma of getting with a false self, trying to make them into a healthy person. I really hope that this can help you. So I hope that this has made you aware of how a narcissist can target you and make you think they're good. And in relationships, they can do it over and over and over and over again. We've all been through that. Any narcissist in your life. So what you really need to do is work out that that's what's been going on. Do the work on yourself so you're not going to hand over pieces of yourself over and over again to maybe not that person, but maybe the next and the next and the next, or the same person over and over and over again. What is so important is that you trust yourself, is that you do the work on yourself. And of course, I know that being involved with a narcissist is so confusing and painful. It's so hard to work this stuff out, and with just one video or a few of my videos. And this is why I'd love to give you my free 16-day course, which has got two very comprehensive ebooks that are going to give you a lot of relief and clarity and power back. And it also takes you through so many of the things that you need to know that are going to help you. So you can get onto that by clicking the link at the top right of this video. And of course, as always, I look forward to answering your comments and your questions below. So until the next video, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving, because there is nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.